Yo, what it is, what it was, and what it be like. This your man Daniel the Prophet on this late night special, Tell It Tuesday. And I got a good one for y'all tonight, man. Oh yeah, and the song that you hear in the background, that's my song D Rises Now from the album D Rises Now, self-titled. And if you go all the way down on my channel, scroll all the way down, it's like one of the few first songs that I posted on this channel that you see me coming up out of the grave. You'll see that joint down on there, man. Like it, share it, show some love. Gladly appreciate it. Now I was gonna upload a video earlier today, but I was busy, man, moving and grooving and shit, trying to make this bread. So I was like, I'll drop something tonight, man. You know, stories better being told at night anyway before you get tucked in. So I think it's perfect timing. But let's get to it, yo. Now, Wednesday last week was crazy. Now, Wednesday morning, I couldn't really go to sleep like that. I was tossing and turning all night. So about 4 o'clock in the morning, I finally went to sleep. And when I went to sleep, I had a dream I was laying in the bed. And as I'm looking through the hallway, my grandma, excuse me y'all. My grandma walked past. And she didn't look like how she looked in real life, but she was my grandma. That was an older lady, and I said grandma, and she replied. And she looked at me and she told me, Daniel, always say what's on your heart. Don't never hold your tongue for nobody. Say what's on your mind. And if anybody know me, you know, y'all know I'm a vocal person. You know, I always say what's in my heart, you know. Just like John the Baptist, I think he was a very vocal person too in the Bible. And people didn't like how his messages came across, but it was true. And that's how my tongue always been, you know. You may not like what I say, but you think about it when you walk away, because a lot of that stuff that I say is true, you know. And I have good intentions when I say what I say because I care about people. But, you know, this world will make you don't care about people because they don't care about you. So, I think that dream was referring to my essence, how I really, man, this bathroom would make noise right now when I'm making this video. Man, do this shit every fucking time. Okay. So I think that dream was referring to the essence of how I naturally am, you know, an outspoken person. And I end up becoming an introvert and turning away from that and being, you know, stifling myself so I can avoid conflict and all that different type of shit. But, you know, for the past couple of months, man, I haven't been giving a fuck about none of this shit, you know. So naturally, I've been going back to my essence anyway. So I think that's where that dream came about from the first place. So after she told me that, I told her, Grandma, I love you. Because I haven't seen her since 94, you know, when I saw her outside my window and I got scared and told my mom that she, you know, went away, you know. So I seen her in my dream, and, you know, that you know, that really choked me up. So when I told her I love her, she said, I love you too, baby. And she walked towards me, you know, about to get ready to put the covers on me, but I woke up. And I woke up, man, my eyelids weren't even shut all the way. It was slightly open, you know, enough for the tears and stuff to fall down my face. And I ended up calling my mom. I told her what happened. You know, that's her mother. And she was real close to her mom. And she was like, I wonder what that can mean. You know, she was concerned because I know she had dreams about her mom too, you know. And she told my mom, you know, she was like, well, I'm not gonna come back and see y'all. I'm gonna come back and see my grandbabies and this and that. So it ended up coming in fruition because she did end up coming back to see me, like I said, in 94, you know. And then she saw me again on Wednesday in that dream. So after that happened, that mystical stuff happened. You know, I had to get through life like everybody else. So I got up, got dressed, you know what I'm saying? Took a shower, went to go get this bread, moving and grooving, baking and shaking, you know what I'm saying? Then I get to the crib, I end up getting this, you know, distraction, you know, from the devil. And they want to know, you know, how I been and all this other fake love and fake concern and all that stuff, man. I'm like, bro, you don't give a damn about me, man. You don't love me, because if you did, you would never left, man. And all that different type of stuff. Like, what do you want? You can't use me, so what you calling me for? You know, every time this person called me, it's about some drama or something like that, or always want to find a reason to argue with me and shit like that, you know. So, I'm like, man, what do you want, man? I ain't got nothing for you. You can't use me. Like, well, what do you want? You know, I can't call to check up on you, and, you know, and just because we ain't together don't mean I don't love you. I'm like, man, you don't love me, man. Don't nobody that do the things that you did, that wicked, evil, treacherous shit that you did to me, is described by fucking love. That's by hate. When I ain't did nothing but show you nothing but love. I brought you from Georgia. I drove fucking 13 hours. That's a long ass drive from fucking Texas to Georgia. She was a little small ass fucking city in South Georgia she from and shit, man. That I came and got her ass from out of a bad situation and tried to make it better for her and shit. Just to fucking, you know, do all this fucking low down shit to me and be right back in the same position that you was in, just with a different person and shit like that. Like, how's that fucking love? That ain't no fucking love, man. That's fucking hatred. So I'm like, bro, you don't fucking love. You don't even love yourself. Because somebody that love themselves wouldn't even treat themselves to some shit like that. They wouldn't even do themselves. Like, they wouldn't put themselves in that position. You know? So she was like, you know what? You right. I may not love myself. I'm like, all right then. So don't tell me that shit, man. So how can I love you if you don't love yourself? The love I did have for you, you sit there and fucking rip that shit away for all the evil shit you did towards me. You know, I'm like, you immature. And she's like, you know what, you right. I might be immature. I'm like, man, okay, now you want to start revealing. I already knew this shit because you didn't show me everything about you. So now you want to start confessing because this person lies so goddamn much about every goddamn thing. Now you want to start confessing and telling the truth about shit. So I'm like, what you calling me for? You know? Because you can't use me no more. Like, I ain't got nothing for you. You can't use me, man. So, you know, we finally hung up the phone. And that shit was bothering me. So I called her back. And I'm like, you know, what you really calling me for? So she ended up having a damn dude in the background. He talking shit. And I had issues with this motherfucker before because this nigga talk about my kids and talking about he gonna come see them. And she didn't say shit about it. So I'm like, why the fuck is this whole ass nigga on the phone for? And she called this nigga baby trying to dig, you know, try to dig in deeper, dig the wound deeper than what it is and shit like that and try to piss me off. Like, man, I don't care about none of that shit, man. But why'd you got this whole ass nigga over the phone and shit? And this nigga over here talking about seeing my kids and shit. You done told this nigga about my kids and shit like that. That's some fucking low down, hateful ass fucking wicked shit to do, man. And you know, they end up luring me over there. And like a fool, I went over there and tried to be big bad wolf. And this scary ass nigga wouldn't even come outside and shit like that. They just had me stay in that motherfucker. Not stay in that motherfucker. They had me wait outside that motherfucker as if they was gonna come out and do something. And they ain't do shit but call the motherfucking laws on me. So when about time the fucking laws came, you know, I had attitudes towards them. I had an attitude towards them and shit like that. Gave them my ID and all that different type of shit. Come to find out, I had a warrant for my motherfucking arrest since November. I'm like, for what? They talking about some deadly conduct. I'm like, deadly? What the fuck is I ain't never heard of that fucking charge before. That crime before, deadly conduct. I had to look it up later and shit, you know what I mean? I'm like, deadly conduct on who? That sound like I'm about to fucking, you know, off somebody, goddammit. From how that charge sound and shit. And I'm like, I wasn't even talking to her in November, man. Like, I stopped talking to her after fucking September. You know, until she came back around in February after I fucking took her to court in January when I tried to sue her and shit. You know what I mean? After she done pleaded to me she's sorry and all that different type of shit. Which she wasn't because she ended up turning around doing the same shit again. So this motherfucker called the laws on me and she been around me from February all the way to goddamn the end of May in my fucking face, knowing she done put a goddamn charge on me way last year and shit. And when she used to say little slick stuff like she need to go to the police department to get certain things for her college and this and that, I'm like, that don't even make sense. I ain't never heard nobody going to no fucking police department to get a fucking report or something like that for their college for assignment or some shit like that. This motherfucker probably try to lure me to go to that damn police department so she can go out there and be like, hey, he outside and shit like that, and I got a warrant for my arrest and get me locked up and shit like that, man. Like, that was some wicked ass shit. She gonna sit there and put me in the fucking system. And a whole bunch of shit she done did towards me when I could have put her in the system, I didn't. And she did a lot of fucking wicked ass shit towards me. I mean, physically, every fucking thing, spiritually, everything. And I still fucking press no charges on her and shit like that, man. Cause I'm like, God gonna deal with her. I ain't gotta do nothing like that, cause that's some low down shit. I ain't about to put no black person in the fucking system. I let God deal with that, man. You know. But she gonna get hers, man, cause she knows she low down for that shit. And I got kids too, and now she gonna make more bills that I gotta fucking pay to some unnecessary white folks and shit like that just because she mad and wanna get me back for some shit that I ain't even fucking do towards her. Like, she gonna get her, man. So at the end of the day, I ain't worried about it, cause karma's a motherfucker. And God don't like ugly. Especially if you ugly towards his people. They did nothing but good for you. Fed you, clothed you, showed you love, hospitality, the whole nine. But you want to show him hatred, you know, resentfulness, all that treacherous shit. But I'm going to get more in depth in the next story. I'm going to get y'all probably next week, man. So this your man Daniel the Prophet. God bless the righteous ones. One love.